thanks to them for being here. Again, to AEA. I know personally I'd like to thank Ron and Beth for all they do in the athletic office and making that work and trying to get you all what you need and your coaches. So maybe most of all, thank you, student athletes, for being here and doing what you do and choosing to play and compete and taking care of your grades, or otherwise you wouldn't be here. And coaches for sacrificing your time. And yeah, you make those $1 million contracts, we know, but really we know you enjoy the game and working with your student athletes. So thank you for doing that. The format's such that we will hear from each team. We'll go ladies first, so we'll hear from the girls basketball coaches first, and we will go in reverse alphabetical order. So, just, process that a little bit, and if you're up first in the alphabet in reverse fashion, then you can mentally prepare. But the coaches will say a few words about the prospects for the upcoming season. Of course, the two players here will be introduced, and whether those players speak or not, well, we'll leave that up to you. You certainly don't have to, but we look forward to hearing from the coaches for sure. And we look forward to an exciting season, I know, ahead for the boys and girls teams. I was at a conference in Columbus the last couple days, and the title of the conference was Putting the Fun Back in High School Sports. So that was the emphasis to athletic directors throughout the state, is to make sure we are aware and emphasize that this is supposed to be enjoyable. Everyone wants to compete and win, and you're determined to do that and do the best you can. And unfortunately, not everyone can go undefeated and win a state championship. The math just doesn't line up that way. But enjoy what you do. You wouldn't be playing basketball if you didn't like it. Think back to when you first played as a kid and why you played. And maybe it was alone with the hoop in the driveway. That's how I started, and it went from there. A day like this, I'd be shoveling the snow off the drive so I could play, right? You do what you have to do. So have fun with it this season. I hope you all stay healthy, and soon you'll be competing in some real games out there. We will, I want to acknowledge Mr. Bevins here, Michael Bevin from the Beacon Journal. Thanks for making it. Now, I want you to know he's not late by choice. He had a duty at the all-district football meeting, so thank you. Yeah, way back when. Yeah, thank you for being here. We appreciate the Beacon Journal's coverage of us. So without anything further from me, we will hear in reverse alphabetical order from the girls' coaches first, and that means the North Lady Vikings. And Coach Meadows, how many years is this for you, Coach, now?
4.
4th year. You're a wily veteran. So welcome, Coach Meadows, and your 2 players.
Good afternoon. So you kind of got us because we did this last year, and you said you was going to flip every year.
I gotta say, may I say something? I had something new in mind. I really did. But we had to defer that. I was approached by a couple others who suggested a different format.
Okay.
And I'll say in the fall we didn't go in reverse alphabetical order there. So.
Okay.
Coach, mental note for next year.
Thank you. But as always, I want to say thank you, AEA, and to everyone who put this event on. It's always nice. I enjoy it. I enjoy getting to see everyone, and also enjoy getting to introduce you to some of my players. As far as the program goes, I'm starting to understand what it is we do a little better every year. And by saying that, I had a little momentum the first year, second year. I saw a little fall off last year, and I'm going, it's going to be okay. And then this year, we came into the season, and I got only 2 returning varsity players who are juniors. So it was a little discouraging at first. I said, okay, here we go. What can we do? And as much as I preach to them, only thing we can do is put your head down, put the work in, and show some fruit during the season. So that's what you would get from us. I don't want to call it a rebuilding year because it seemed like you can, wear that term out. But we have a lot of freshmen, a lot of first-year players, and we're going to have to put in some work. Some of them did not get to play with us this summer, so they just got to me. And then, of course, eligibility helped disperse some of that also. But regardless of that, we're always going to be competitive. We're always going to put our best foot forward. And we're always going to show you the fruits of our labor through what we do every day at North High School. Our girls got to travel a little bit this summer. Went to Michigan, went to a couple camps, and they picked up some skills along the way, as well as myself. Who I have with me is Katera Paisley. She's a junior now here at North High School, as well as Jasmine Oden, who is a junior. They started with me 2 years ago as freshmen, and they worked their way to this position or to this level. Both are Merit Row students. Both are multi athletes. How do I say that? They play multiple sports. Track, band, cheerleading. So our schedule this year is still competitive. We did not take the easy way out. We try to put some teams on there that's gonna push us and make us better during this process. So with that said, would you guys like to say anything?
You said everything I had to say.
You can say it.
Oh my God, okay. As you guys know, with me and her being the only returning varsity players, it does add like more leadership qualities to us. So, I don't know. Just the hard work's not gonna stop, and like, it's just not gonna stop, I guess. So, if you're speaking, you're speaking.
Basically, what my coach said, at the end of the day, we win or lose, we still gonna be competitive at anything we do.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach, for going first again.
Appreciate it.
All right, moving on. Next, we'll hear from Coach Jones, Kenmore-Garfield, Golden Rams, defending city playoff champions. Welcome, Coach.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Excuse my voice, I'm kind of hoarse. We had the heat off in the school. It was broke, and then it got fixed, and then yeah, you know. But I thank God for being here. I thank God for being here. I thank God for being here. I will get back to you on that. I thank Mr. Vasilati, Mr. Linger, and AEA, and Beth, because I know she's behind the scenes. I thank everyone who made this possible for us. This is an awesome event that we have every year. What I said, I thank God for being here, is because I was playing volleyball. I was helping the volleyball team. And I'm going to be real quick, I promise. And I thought I pulled my groin. And you know how athletes are. We just want to just wait, and try to fix it ourselves. Well, about 6 to 7 weeks later, I finally went in to the doctor, my oncologist, to make sure there was no broken bones. I just found out I have a broken bone here. So, long story short, when I went in, had I not gone in, they found a spot on my liver, a mass on my liver. That's why I said I thank God for being here. And I just need your prayers, because God healed me. He's going to heal me. I know He's going to heal me. I got mad faith in God, and I know He's going to heal me. And I also have faith in my team. I have with me junior Ayanna Locke and sophomore Kumari Shelton. These girls work hard every day. This is my 3rd year teaching at the middle school. So by the time I get up to practice, they got the girls lined up, ready to run. And I don't have to worry. It's such a blessing. I don't have to worry about anybody not doing what they're not supposed to do. These girls have them in order, 3.9 graded and 3.8. Don't have to worry about it on and off the court. They're awesome players. They're very competitive. And I love that about them. The season's it's looking very good for us. I just, like I said, I thank God for them. I thank God for being here. I thank God for you all. I do need your prayers. And good luck with everyone in this school year. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach Jones. We certainly wish you better health moving forward.
Thank you.
Thank you, and good luck to you this season. Next, from Firestone and the Lady Falcons, returning as head girls coach there, Coach AUDLEY McGill, most recently in APS Coach Garfield boys. New technically this year, but Coach, we know you're not new, so welcome.
Good afternoon. First of all, of course, as everybody has said, we'd like to thank AEA, Mr. Vassilotti, Mr. Linger, of course, our best friend, Beth Johnson, because if it wasn't for Beth, over the years, a lot of us probably wouldn't be coaching. I know I wouldn't be. I always forget to turn in something as far as the paperwork is concerned. So I just want to make sure I say something about Beth. And then I also wanted to say something about Peter back behind the camera too. He's been there as long as I've been. Of course, this is my 18th year as a coach in Akron Public Schools. And also want to let Jan know I'm praying for you, Jan, always. Jan used to play for me, believe it or not. That's how old I am. Want to talk a little bit about Firestone, of course. This will be actually my 15th year at Firestone. I did 14 years from 2000 to 2014. Won 250 some odd basketball games at Firestone. I'm close to 300. So hopefully if the girls show up, I'll get there. Of course, as you know, we did not have a JV. We finished the season with 6 ball players. Well, currently we have 25 ball players, and we have a full JV. So we will be bringing the JV this year. Thanks God for that. Also, out of the 6 players, we bring back 5. So we think that we can be pretty competitive with those 5. Of course, I have to my right Jada Wallace. This your 3rd year being here? Mm-hmm. And then I have Sierra Boone. It's her 2nd year being here. And also 2-time Player of the Year volleyball for the city of Akron Public Schools. So she didn't want me to say that, but I said it anyway. So we're just going to be competitive as usual. We're going to play basketball, and hopefully, we can win some games. Anything you guys want to say? Nope? Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach Gill, and welcome back. Moving on up the alphabet, Coach Wallace from Ellet. Now the Dean of Coaches, I believe, in city basketball. Welcome.
Well, I'd hate to admit it, Coach McGill. I think I coached a little bit longer than you, probably double as many times as you have years. But Jan, my sentiment is if anybody can beat this, you can, because you are the strongest individual I know, and our prayers are definitely with you. Much love for you. One of the best team players AEA has is Beth, and nothing to slight Ron or Mr. Vassilotti, but Beth is definitely the team player. When you need something, you can count on her. She's always there. So thank you, Beth. I know you're not here. And AEA, thank you for this wonderful event. Today I brought with me 2 of my star athletes. I got Q to my right. She's a senior this year. She's 3.6 GPA, one of the quickest players I've ever coached, and I've coached a very long time. And to my left, I call her Jubilee. Quick story, we told the freshmen they all had to bring in donuts. Before Jubilee closed, she brought in like 5 dozen of Jubilee, so I'm sure that broke the bank. But that's her nickname now, Jubilee, because she did exactly what the coach said. Freshmen have to bring donuts on Saturday, so her new name was Jubilee. But it's Mackenzie Corporal, and she's a return starter as well. We have a brand new building. It's exciting to be there. Working for the best principal in the city, Michelle Kearns. I have a great athletic director with Melissa Blonheim. And I have two really good coaches helping me as my assistant with Chris Maring and Coach Brown. So yeah, I've been here a really long time, but it takes a lot of people to make this successful. And I don't know if Q would like to say something, but she's, like I said, quick as a cat. We're going to be competitive. I don't know that we can compete with Bookville. They're just loaded, and Coach Nuge does a super job. But we'll give it our best shot. We will be competitive, and we're not going to be back down from the challenge. But I don't know if these two young ladies have anything to say, but good luck to everyone, and I hope that we stay injury-free. Okay. She told me all day, all week long, she was going to talk.
Hey, Coach, you said she was quick. Thank you. Next from East will be Coach Anderson and his two players. Welcome, Coach.
Hello. First of all, I would like to say, everybody, I hope you all have a wonderful season with health for all your teams, continued success to the city. Starting with Beth, as everybody said, Beth makes everything happen for us. Ron and Joe for your constant counsel. Thank you to the AEA for this. I look forward to this event every year, and as you saw by my plate, I make sure I get my money's worth. This season is going to be an interesting season for us. We graduated 5. We have 5 returning players this year. We want to build off the success of last year. The key to this season for us will be continued health. We've taken some hits. I don't know if any of you are aware, one of our seniors was involved in a serious car accident. Don't know if she's going to be back. Another one of our seniors suffered a knee injury. So we're just praying that everybody will have better health and be able to complete the season. Jan, as you know, you and I talk, keep you in my thoughts, my prayers. The battle that you're going through is one that we know that the Lord will help bring you through. Because with God, all things are possible. And we got to believe in that. My team, we've got to learn to be a team. That's the key to it. If you can be a team, together everyone achieves more. So with that being said, it's up to my seniors to lead this team. If you have senior leadership and hard work, anything can happen for your team. As some coaches have said, why not us? That's got to be it. Why not us? So I wish you all continued success this season. If there's anything that I can do to help you in any way, some of us play some of the same teams. Don't be afraid to reach out. I'll reach out to you. But let's make the city great. Let's make the city great. Nuge, congratulations on last year. Getting to the regional was a major accomplishment. Kudos to you. Why not us? Ladies, care to have anything to say, Johnny? No. And that's like, okay, Lottie? No? Okay, they're bashful right now. So, everyone, good luck this season.
Wonder word.
Thank you, Coach Anderson. Lastly, on the girls' side, I'll be Coach Nugebauer, and the Bookville Griffs are defending regular season champion, and as Coach Anderson alluded to, district champions in Division II. Made it to regionals, very exciting season. So, Coach, come on up.
Good afternoon, everybody. Of course, everybody who's been here knows it's my least favorite part. So, Coach Joneso would definitely in our thoughts and prayers. I want to thank AEA and Pat Scheib for hosting, athletic department, Mr. Vasilati, Mr. Linger, and Beth Johnson, as everyone's mentioned. Also want to give a big thanks to the Bookville community, especially Coach Futch and the boys. They were with us all along last year. So time flies, as we all know, and going into our my seventh year, we're looking to continue to approach things the same way we always have, with hard work, integrity, and a growth mindset. We're always trying to improve and always trying to be better. Over the past three seasons, we've been regular season champs 3 times. 2 out of the last 3 years we were city champs. Kenmore-Garfield knocked us off last year. 3 sectional champs and 1 district champs. The reason I bring that up is to say that I think one element of being an elite program is sustained success, and I feel like we're on the verge of that, and we just need to continue to work towards that. Winning district last year was huge, but I think really all it might have done was made us want more. We watched the boys go to state, and that's something we're trying to do. We want to go to state. We want to win state. 7 years ago, that would have been ridiculous for me to say. It wasn't realistic. With the players we have now, and their hard work and their effort, that's now something realistic that we're trying to do. And most of all, we're trying to be the best version of ourselves. We feel like if we do what we're capable of doing each and every day to get better, then games could be easy. Of course, down the road, not so much easy, because everybody, regional, districts, and beyond, everybody's good, but that's what we're gunning for. I know about the yums, thanks. They're always checking me on the yums and made sure I ate correct food today. I love them. 3 focuses that we have: our energy, our effort, and our focus. Our non-league schedule, we think is probably one of the toughest in the area. We play in 5 invitational showcases, one of which is the Seekfirth Classic on December 7th at Firestone. We play Manchester there. Our 11 non-league include Walsh, Nordonia, Olentangy, Liberty, Green, Manchester, Brush, Kenston, Canfield, St. V, Wadsworth, and Berlin Highland. So definitely going to have us tournament ready, and that's the idea. Those games are not going to they're not going to pad stats, and they're not going to inflate our record, but they are going to get us ready for the tournament. The 2 young, so let me, before I introduce these 2, there are 3 other girls that I thought about bringing, but I defaulted to one of our seniors and probably our hardest working junior on the team. 3 other girls that I thought of based off of grades, character, and what they do for our team were Amaya Stallings, Leah Cheatham, and Kanae Chance. The 2 young ladies I have with me, I'm going to start with our junior, Daviana Nash. We call her Day Day. She's a leader. She's a junior, I mentioned. Student council, first grading period 3.9, 3.5 ACUM. She actually is a workaholic. She's improved a great deal, and we as a coaching staff have to tell her, hey, you're taking the day off, or it's time to ice. She won't stop, and it's a great quality, but we've got to help monitor her as much as possible. Great kid, though. She's developing into a quality point guard, and I have to share the recent summer highlight. She went to a showcase, and at the showcase they had a 40-yard dash. They had multiple tests. One of the tests was, which we're in the weight room, one of the tests was bench press. And for the young men in here, 95 pounds is not going to sound like a lot. But for young ladies, sometimes 95 pounds is a lot. Day-Day benched 95 pounds 22 times. She had the highest. She was the leader at the showcase for bench press.
And the record was 24.
Yeah, record was 24. She just missed the record, but very strong mentally, physically. and she should be doing a lot this year. Other player I brought, senior Jay Rogers. This is her 4th time here. We made a deal that no sad stuff. That'll come probably later in the year or moments during the year. But she's been here for 4 years. During her first 3 years, a record of 34-2 in our league. And we want to make this year her best year yet. So she's a leader. She had a 3.8 first grading period. She's an all-around player who has improved every year also, whether it be mentally, physically, parts of her game. I'm biased, but I believe she's our best player in the league. She was also Player of the Year her sophomore year, and she currently has 980 career points. So first game, second game, she'll surpass 1,000. And she's also, last thing, verbally committed to Walsh University. She has something she would like to say. No ums.
Last year, after going 10-0 in the city, we had a minor setback in the city championship game, losing to Kenmore-Garfield, which helped us reach our biggest goal, which was winning the district championship for the first time in almost 30 years. This year, we are looking to build off of that and go further in the state tournament and end my senior career 44-2 in the city. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach Nooch. Best wishes for health and success and fun to all our girls basketball teams this year. We look forward to seeing you compete very soon. And now we'll turn to the boys' side. So again, reverse alphabetical order takes us back to North Hill and the Vikings and Coach Smith, who is now entering season number 3, right, Coach? Yes, sir. For you, for the Vikings. Welcome.
All right. First, I'd like to thank all those who have mentioned before, AEA, Mr. Vasilati, Beth, Mr. Linger. My 3 years here, or 2 years, they've been a huge help in helping me understand high school basketball first, and then how high school basketball is in Akron. It's been very challenging at North High School, but we're still fighting, and we'll get better as time goes on. A couple things that I wanted to say. First of all, let me introduce Elijah Humphrey. Elijah is a junior, 3.96 GPA. Played for us as a freshman on varsity, and started last year for us. And Michael Brown, 3.14 junior, GPA as a junior as well. Same thing, played a little bit for us as a freshman on varsity, and then was a starter last year. And they both had some very good games for us last year. And one of the things that we need to work on as a team is consistency, right? We need more, from them every night, and that's going to be on them as the leaders of this team. Both also have earned scholarships through DECA, so they've done a great job in that program, marketing, and they both want to be in business in some aspect or another. So one of the things that I wanted to focus on when I first came to North was the focus has been on inside out, right? I understand the history of North High School, I understand the history of North Athletics, and I didn't think we can get there by just bringing all kind of kids in there and just throwing them out there playing basketball. I thought we needed to focus on the inside and working on some of those things that would build them up as people, and then hopefully we can turn this thing around to where we can see some success on the court. So with that, we need to develop some commitment. Right now, I think since I've been here, this is my 3rd year, this group came in with me, and we have 11 juniors this year. We have about 10 sophomores. What we're lacking is the seniors. We only have about 2 seniors. All right, that was before I came. Those kids came in before I came. So I think we've developed that within the kids, we developed that within the program, and that's definitely going to help us. And then integrity, like we want to do things the right way. We're not going to go outside and try to bring all these individuals in to try to ramp up our program. We're going to do it with kids who want to be at North, who want to fight for North, who want to get better as people, and I think these young men have shown that. And then work ethic. Listen, we're small. We're going to be small. That's just who we are, right? So that means we got to get more out of our kids than anybody else, right? And we're going to have about 5, 6, 7 guards out there, 8 guards out there on varsity, and they've got to play every position. They got to run around. They got to guard everybody. They got to be good, right? There's no way around that. And then individual skill. These 2 young men have grown tremendously with their skill level, tremendously. We just got to get some other people around them, and obviously they still have a little bit of work to do. And then the team. Team chemistry is very important. They can't do it on their own. We need everybody on our roster. So right now we have about 25 total. And we hope to keep that going. If we can get some more freshmen, through the pipeline, I think this thing will continue to grow. But right now we're so sophomore and junior heavy that next year I'm looking forward to some great things. But this year the expectation is we go out there and we play hard. We do what we can do. We work together as a team. We play our best against those who sometimes may sleep on us. And by the end of the day, at the end of the night, maybe we'll come out with some wins. I don't know if you guys want to say anything. You always talking. No, I would say this is the best start we've had. Right? We had a lot of talking as freshmen coming in. People wanted. That's all they did. Got on the court, couldn't play a lick. Right? Now this year we come in, nobody's talking in terms of the negative stuff. All they're doing is putting in work. Right? And that's a good place to be from where we're at. And I have to say, Coach, I'm not from Akron, but my wife grew up in Akron, and all she talks about is your playing days as an athlete and how you used to do it all. So I know this thing you're going to beat as well. All right? Thank you.
Thanks, Coach Smith. Fortunate to have you at North. Coach is modest now. He's got a lot of college coaching experience and works at the University of Akron, does a great job with his young men there. Next will be Kenmore-Garfield, another fine coach we have, Coach Hooten and the Golden Rams.
All right. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for this opportunity. This is season 19 for me overall, 9th as a head coach, 2nd at Kenmore-Garfield. Truly honored and privileged to be a part of APS once again. Thanks, obviously, to the AEA, to Joe Vassalotti, Ron Linger, and Beth Johnson for all that they do for all of us. And Coach Jones, you already know what it is. Prayers and thoughts with you. You're going to beat it. I want to keep my presentation short and sweet. We didn't have a summer last year because I got hired late. So this summer, due to the fundraising that our young men did, we were able to go to team camps and shootouts this summer. We went to 3, Mount Union, Baldwin Wallace, and Tiffin University. Our JV team was also fortunate to host their own JV league at our school, which is we use as a fundraiser for us. 9 other teams participated, brought in some nice money to help the program out. In addition to that, our freshmen played at Jackson High School on every Thursday night. And this is important, and I say this not to brag or boast, but I say it to share this. It's important that we put in the work and that we fundraise. It's just important for us to do that so that we can have resources to do right for our kids, period. And these young men at Kenmore-Garfield get all the credit. This season, I would say, leading into preseason, September and October, we averaged about 43 guys at open gym, which never happened for us before. So there's a nice buzz around our program right now. With some new additions and new pieces, the expectation for us this year is beyond competition. It's to win. And simply put, I'm not going to say much, but change is happening at Kenmore-Garfield. And we're looking forward to seeing everyone out, game every night, win or lose. The expectation is for us to give 100% on both sides of the ball. And I think that you guys, our coaches that we go against, will appreciate that from a competition standpoint, regardless of what the result will end up being for us. because it makes the city look awesome. It makes our league look great, and that's what it's about. It's about the kids. Standing with me today, to my right, is Eddie Dandridge, senior, 6'1" guard. It's going to be a starter for us this year. We lost 6 seniors to graduation with 1 returning senior, and Eddie, he brings to us pretty much everything. We put him at 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4, depending on the lineups that we choose to play. Dynamic player, can shoot, can defend, and we're looking forward to seeing what his impact will be. I'm excited for him. To my left, we all know Big Johnny Osby, 6'7". He'll have the opportunity to step out and play some 4 for us this year and stretch the floor, because we have some other guys that may step in and play the 5 for us. Johnny has improved his game immensely with footwork, his shot, and defense. And I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, that he continues to play physical, because that's going to help us turn the corner. And that's part of the change that I alluded to earlier. We are looking forward to having a lot of fun, game in and game out. We're looking forward to seeing you guys down the road. Good luck to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Hood. And next from Firestone, a longtime coach at Firestone, Coach Milo and his 2 players.
Coach Vasilati, Linger, always good to see you guys. Coach Wallace, if you want to feel young, I started in 1976, okay? But I tell people I took a 25-year break to do television and radio. In fact, that's how I met Coach Vasilati, interviewed him on a 50-yard line during a playoff game for Talmadge. I was doing television, although I do have a face for radio. All right. Never, 17 years at Firestone, 9 as a head coach, never have we kept 8 seniors. And it's the kind of year that I don't have a J.T. Lane, I don't have a Raybon Lewis, I don't have a Tremaine Gray, but I've got a bunch of good ball players that work hard, including Jason Brooks and senior Zaire Singleton, along with Juan Jackson, Addison Johnson, Michael Powell, Montel Tatum, Alex Terzic, and Jay Sean Williams. So I've got 8 seniors this year. And since I've been there with Jerry Laria starting in 2003, we've never kept 15 people, usually 12. I've got 15 this year. I've got 5 juniors and 2 sophomores. They're all going to contribute. And practices obviously are very spirited and very fun. One thing I got to say, because everybody talks about grades, this is the first time since I can remember between JVs and varsity, our cumulative GPA is over 3.0. And I've never had that problem with golf. But with basketball, it's different, all right? And I've got a bunch of good kids. So, and the Beacon Journal does a thing real quick where they talk to student athletes and they interview them. And they asked, I think it was a football player from Twinsburg, what's the scariest thing about being a teenager? And he said, social media. And I thought, wow, a teenager, because if you look around, how many times the kids are looking at their phones, all right? And then I thought about it, and I found out, you know, as parents, as coaches, we can monitor to a point, okay, social media. But who's monitoring the coaches? Because right now we have coaches going on social media and recruiting. And we got to watch it. I always lose. I'm going to lose basketball players to St. Vincent St. Mary. I'm going to lose golfers to Hoban. But I remember the time when if you grew up around East High, you wanted to play for East. If you grew up around North, you wanted to play for North. If you grew up around Buchtel, you wanted to play for Buchtel. And I miss those times, all right? Good luck, Coach, in our prayers, always. Good luck to everybody. I've talked to some of the coaches. We've got scrimmages coming up. I will definitely get you tape. I will help anybody in the city that ever needs help, because it's not about the coaches, it's about the kids, all right? Good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Coach Milo. I'm thinking of the alphabet right now. Oh yeah, that's Ellett. Ellett's next. Coach Fisher at the new Ellett High School.
Hello, thanks for having us, as usual. Joe and Ron and Beth for all the things that you do for us. Always nice to have the support that you guys have shown. This is my 10th year. I'd like to introduce you to Cameron Winters and Trevin Carter standing up here, and we're happy to represent Akron Public Schools and Ellett High School and Mrs. Kearns and Mrs. Blondheim, our team and their parents. So got two great kids here. They've been with us for 4 years. Trevin's a 3-year starter. We're hoping he's a Player of the Year candidate. We've had a lot of good kids back with Brady and Guerreri and Johnson and Zampelli and Hogg last year, and he's next in line, we hope. So hopefully we can have the seasons we've had in the past. And you know, I don't think we're rebuilding either. We lost a lot last year. I don't think we're reloading or whatever you want to call it. We just want to win. So we have a lot of people that are in the program that were in there for 4 years and 3 years, and everybody stays there. And we have we're good at every level this year. Our freshmen are good. Our JVs are going to be good, and our varsity hopefully is very competitive. We'd like to wish everybody good luck for your season, represent the city well, and have fun, don't get hurt. That's all we need to say today, and pass it on to East High School, I guess. I know we're very good in the city this year. It's going to be very competitive. Might be a little top heavy, but it's I think everybody's going to be very competitive this year. Thanks.
Thank you, Coach Fisher. Next from East, longtime APS coach, Brian Dawson and his men.
I want to thank AEA. Joe, thank you very much. I want to welcome everybody. Here's the thing, a lot of students that are here don't know, but I got to share a gym with Coach Jones for about 10 years. Prayers to you. If anybody can fight the battle, I watch her teams, and the teams get that spirit from Coach Jones. And I learned a lot from you over the years. I appreciate it. I saw a lot of her games. I appreciate it. As far as we go, I know all coaches circled that 11th or November 1st on the calendar. It's a big start day for everybody. You can't wait. Can't wait to get started. For us, it was a little bit different this year. I circled November 11th. Okay, Veterans Day yesterday, but that was really a big day for us. And the reason is my starting five this year is probably going to be full of football players, which that's the best athletes I could ask for. But what happened is on November 1st, it happens maybe every 4 years, I'm not sure, but that last game of football season overlaps with the beginning of practice. So these guys were not there. They're playing a football game, which is great. I got to go watch them, but what happens, how many practices have you been to this year so far? Yeah. One, yesterday. So this is day number 2 for us, so I don't have a lot put together, but it's possible that our whole starting 5 will be starting off the football team. What I did was I encouraged both of these guys to take a week off. They've been going since double sessions in August, and they're tough-nosed football players. Their bodies took a pounding. And I think that week off, even though it's putting us behind now, will benefit us in February and March. So hopefully that's a good choice on my part. But I wanted to get going. We had some other players filling in and doing some stuff, but these are the guys that are going to carry the mail for us. On my right is senior Deshaun Jones. He's over a 3-point average. Came to us last year, took over the point guard duties, and he's a leader, along with Billy Johnson, another senior. Both of these guys average double figures. They both are 3.5 plus grade point average. And if these guys will lead the team along with the other players we have coming, we think we'll have a pretty competitive season. On their backs, we were able to move from 8 wins 2 years ago to 14 wins last year. We don't know what the future holds for us, but we hope to compete and try to at least hit that or move forward off of that number. But we think that's pretty good for us. All right, guys? Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Dawson. Lastly, on the boys' side, we'll hear from the Bookville Griffs and Coach Futch. Coach, welcome.
All right. That was a pretty good lunch there. Thank you, AEA, and Beth, who's not here, Coach Vassilotti, and my uncle, Ron Linger, back there. That's my uncle. So it's good to be back up here. It's a great time of the year. We took over this well, I must say this, thoughts and prayers are with you. I remember you coming up and open gym when I used to play. And, you can battle me, you can battle anything, right? So, we took over here. This is our third year, and with a rebuild mindset to Bookville. In terms of being competitive and competing for championships, I think, we've done that over the last couple years, and really appreciate all the fellow coaches out there for all your support during our run last year. That was a special time, and really we're trying to focus on this year and kind of create something else. Finishing the job of winning a state title, that's the goal every year. It's going to be a little bit tough for us this year. We lost our senior Jonathan King, who I mess with these guys all the time. We talk about, I want to get the wristbands back, WWJD, what would John do? And what he brought was leadership and consistency, and they hate that. But he brought leadership and consistency, and we're looking for that. And I think that we have enough pieces to get that consistency, and then we're just trying to find that leadership piece. And we spoke to kind of this generation of technology and stuff like that, and how these kids utilize stuff. But we have a young group still. I mean, we got multiple juniors, only 2 sophomores, and really, 2 seniors, and really those seniors don't have a lot of experience. You had one guy who sat out last year, second half, and another guy who's been a role player for us, in my 3 years here at Bookville. And but they're going to provide some depth and some support to us. We have 2 sophomores. 2 sophomores here, and 2 freshmen that'll be with us that's going to see some varsity time. Marcel Boyce Jr. and Taj Poole. And also, we got a young man, Martell Perkins, a transfer from Copley, who may help us. And I mentioned the sophomores, Cordell Livingston, and then obviously Chris Livingston, who's not here today. He's in the book, but we got a super sub for him today, Vernon Smith Jr. Just like Chris, Vern is a super talented young man. We're happy to see his growth so far with us. Athletic, can do a lot of different things on the court. Excited to see how he puts that together over this year and into next year. Really excited for him in the classroom. Took a big jump, 3.3. Is it 3.3? Grade point average this grading period. Really excited for him. He's put in a lot of hard work off the court as well as on the court. And then we have another one of our juniors, our second leader scorer last year, Ronell Tate Perry, who's a junior for us and does a tremendous job in the classroom. Did a tremendous job of help leading this summer and getting some of the other young men involved. We did a lot of free clinics throughout the city of Akron, providing, trying to get some of the kids to play outside on the basketball courts. You don't see a lot of kids out there, so Tay was spearheading that effort, and he's been working hard this summer as well. So as you guys know, this thing is about the players, and they're going to, your team is going to go as far as they take you. It's our duty to guide them, to teach them the values that the game allow us to teach them. And so we're committed to that, and we're excited for that. Just to kind of, let's see if I miss anything here. Well, just go over our non-league schedule. We have actually got a foundation game next. I didn't mention this. Just in terms of the, success that we've been creating. Again, just bringing the communities together. I mean, Bookdale's enrollment I think was up 300 students this year, and so which is really exciting for APS, not only Bookdale. But just kind of going on our non-league schedule, we actually will host a foundation game next Friday against Mentor Lake Catholic. We were invited to a showcase down to Columbus against Columbus South, who was actually in the state final last year. We have a huge game against Pickering Central at Nationwide Arena on December 14th. We host Thurgood Marshall, who's a state power. And then we go down to Myrtle Beach for 4 games, and that's not going to be easy at all. And then we come back to play St. Ed's. And then we have Andrews Osborne Academy is a ISA. They're coming to Bookdale, and then we have Hoban coming to Bookdale, and then we're at McKinley to round off the end of the year. And then obviously a very competitive league schedule. I'm so excited, and just kind of seeing some of the teams last year, and then what we see that they have this year, and how you guys been working. We're very excited to kind of get out there on the court and compete. And so, as the kids would say, the marathon continues. And yeah, you said you got anything to say?
Just good luck to everybody. That's it.
What about you?
No.
No? Okay.
Thank you, Coach Futch. Bookdale boys, obviously defending regular season and city playoff champions, district champions, regional champions, state Final Four. Look forward to seeing everyone in action, of course, again this year. Many of the coaches mentioned the idea of multi-sport athletes that you brought with you today. And I think going back to the idea of having fun, I think that's part of the fun of being a high school student, is doing what you enjoy to do. Be it 1 sport, 2 sports, 3 sports, whatever. It might be robotics, it might be, the choir, whatever you're into. One day your playing days are going to be over. So it's nice to have other interests you're passionate about that you nurture now, you can fall back on later. So I know on behalf of Ron and Beth in the athletic office, we look forward to seeing you compete this year very soon. I know the girls' games start a little sooner than the boys, but eventually all of you will be out there on the hardwood doing your thing. And we appreciate all your hard work, and you make our jobs easier as student athletes and coaches. Thanks again for the media, for your coverage of us and being here today. Again, everyone, stick around a little bit here as we conclude, so that the media has access to you if they want to interview you as well. Thanks, Peter, for all you do. And thanks again, AEA, Michael Ann. I know she'd want us to push the food on you, so we have cookies. Now, the veggies are probably only for Coach Nuge, really. Now, help yourselves, and good luck, everybody. Good health.